So as far as proteins go, we want to do some lean meat. Lean meat, opposed to fish or chicken, is just another alternative that we can have. So we went to the market and we bought filet mignon. And we had it cut in 1-inch pieces. So we have like 4 pieces. A little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. So just enough. One side. Some of it got on it. All right, do a little bit of oil, not too much. You don't want to take this really good piece of meat that's very lean and pretty much awesome looking and muck it up. So we're going to turn it over, do the same thing. Just a little bit of pepper. And as soon as I put it on the pan, it's probably going to start sizzling. All right, there you go. 2. Let's put in this thing. 1 and 2. I always like to just kind of check as I go. It's a little premature to actually turn yet. If I turn it now, only like the surface of the meat is cooked. So I definitely want to cook it a little bit through. Alright, so I'm just about to flip it. It's been a good amount of time. Has a nice sear on it. So now the other side will start to get cooked. And now it's going to come up from the other side. So with the portion size, that's actually pretty close to the size of my palm, and we say that that's the size of a portion that you want to have. I would say that that's about 25 to 30 grams of protein in your meal. All right, we'll take it over here. 1, 2. We're going to let it rest for a minute. You let it rest on a plate because that way it'll kind of stop cooking. If you left it in the pan is hot and it's going to still cook it. So that looks pretty good. One indication that it's still a little bit, medium rare kind of, is you kind of see the juice.
On the top there, yeah.
Yeah, the juice is kind of red.
That's good.
If it was more clear, it's definitely more well done.
That's awesome.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to bake some potatoes. Sweet potatoes are really awesome. They have complex carbohydrates in it, so you'll be able to get the energy that you need. Beta carotene, in addition to all kinds of vegetables and nutrients, vitamin B, I think vitamin B6, B12, vitamin C. So they're sweet, so you really don't have to give too much flavor to it. So what we're going to do is we washed them already. We are going to roll them in tin foil. I think it keeps the heat in, it cooks a little better. And once you have these cooked off, then you can add them to whatever protein you want. So we're going to put it in the oven, 350 for about 30, 40, 45 minutes. I don't know, we'll check on that, but just until they're nice and soft. So just put them right on the rack. So now that our protein and our carbs are made, the last thing to add is a vegetable. So a good thing to do is always add a spinach blend to it, or just straight up baby spinach. So we're just going to saute it in the pan, real simple. Get you nice and strong.
Like Popeye.
Like Popeye, right? So a little bit of oil. Pan's been heating up. We rinsed it off already, so we're just going to throw it in. All of this looks like a lot, but it's going to cook down to nothing. That's probably about 2 servings right now. For these, I'm actually going to add a little bit of salt, just a little bit of pepper, just like a pinch. These actually will come out really good. Without touching it too much or changing it, anybody can add butter, sugar, or salt to anything to make it taste really good. But how do you make something really healthy taste really good? And that's what we're trying to do here. Let's take it off the stove. Look how that ended up to be so small, so little. Just a couple of minutes.
I don't even think that was a full minute. Maybe a minute. Close to that.
There you go. Alright, so it's time to make our meal. So we're going to use the steak for the protein, we're going to use sweet potato for the carb, and we have our sauteed baby spinach and arugula mix. So I'm going to take one of these. This might be a little bit small portion. I would go with this one and this one for someone who's like my build. So take that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it right down. So that way, yeah, it was really cooked to a nice temperature. So, So we're just going to plate that. Yeah, depending on your own likeness, that's actually a perfect temperature for what I would eat. All right, and then the sweet potato, I'm gonna take a bowl. I'm gonna take that sweet potato. I'm gonna take it out. Just scoop it right out of the skin. Right there. Okay. I'm just gonna I'll use my fork. I'll just chop it up a little bit. And what I like to do is maybe make a little bit of like a whipped kind of sweet potato. I'm just gonna add like a drop of like 2% milk. Whoops. There you go. Just a drop. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna loosen it up a little bit. Let me wipe this down. I don't like looking at that while I'm making food. So.
Adding the milk does what to it?
Adding the milk gives it like a creamy like kind of texture, and it makes it more like I don't know, more like a dessert, not a dessert, but like a more rich taste. So I'm just gonna put this right on the plate, right there.
Like a little statue.
There we go. Throw this out, and then I'm gonna put those greens on there. So. We'll put it right here. So now you have another meal that is perfect. So you can actually see that it is 40-20 protein, carbs, and that 20% fat that maybe is in that meat because it's not as lean as chicken or turkey, and then what we cooked it with. Making me hungry.